This morning we begin a special two-part series on social anxiety disorder. Many of us have suffered from shyness or fear of social situations at some point in our lives, but for millions of Americans, their anxiety can be debilitating.
Paxil's award-winning product director was quoted as saying, "Every marketer's dream is to find an unidentified or unknown market and develop it." That's what we were able to do with social anxiety disorder.
What it is, what it feels like, what it is, what it feels like, what it is. We know what social anxiety can feel like, and Paxil can help.
Situations, you know, it's an appealing part of people, it's part of their personality. And we turn it into a new entity and we call it social anxiety disorder. Now you've increased the size of the market. Now you can go out and you can advertise Paxil for social anxiety disorder, for somebody being shy.
The Paxil CR ad reads to me a little bit like medicalizing normal experience.
If you are one of the many who suffer from overwhelming anxiety and intense fear of social situations with unfamiliar people, now there's Paxil CR. Paxil CR helps relieve the symptoms of social anxiety disorder all day, so the real you can come through.
You have people who look mostly comfortable, but you know they're a little uncomfortable in a social setting, and we're turning that into a condition that needs significant treatment. You know, the SSRIs have a million side effects. They're not clean drugs, and to suggest that if you have a tough time going into a meeting and introducing yourself to people, you should be on an SSRI, I think is problematic.
We are going to take a closer look tonight at the possible link between antidepressants and suicide.
The other disturbing aspect of this class of antidepressants was the fact that these drugs were being prescribed to a large number of children.
About 1 million children under 18 take such drugs now, with doctors writing 3 times as many prescriptions as they did a decade ago.
And we don't know if the drugs were being used appropriately, if they were being used in children with major depressive disorder, or they were being used on a 12 or a 14-year-old boy that didn't make the football or the basketball team, and he felt sad.
So you have this kind of system that has no brain, you know, it has profit as its goal and it has no mind, and it just builds the market.
Critics have pointed to Prozac's reintroduction as Sarafem as one of the most disturbing examples of how companies simply promote new conditions in order to repackage old drugs.
It's that week before your period. The irritability, mood swings, bloating. Think it's PMS. It could be PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Those intense...
What Eli Lilly was very successful in doing to expand its market on Prozac was to essentially recolor it, instead of a green capsule, made it pink, rename it Sarafem, and get approval to market it for premenstrual tension, which it called premenstrual dysphoric disorder.
Drug manufacturer Eli Lilly launched a $30 million marketing campaign to inform women about their new drug that promises relief.
The problem is Sarafem is not new, and the condition it's being advertised to treat might not even exist.
Prozac and Sarafem are exactly the same thing. It's all a matter of image.
Sarafem, the first and only prescription medication for PMDD.
Once again, the pharmaceutical industry, through its advertising ingenuity, is able to sell us almost anything, even old drugs as new drugs. They can sell us almost anything.
Side effects. Here's another one that we come to accept. We see ads for all these kind of medicines on the news. I just wrote down a couple of them. I love Nasonex because that makes me laugh.
Can we go back to something less controversial?
No.
Like a
just
rat?
listen to this. The side effects, and they say this right on TV: headaches, viral infections, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Enablex, their side effects: blurred vision, dry mouth, constipation, indigestion, abdominal pain. If you're taking something that gives you any of these symptoms, that is not the cure for what is wrong with you.
New concerns tonight about one of the nation's most popular prescription drugs. Ambien helps millions of people go to sleep at night, but now there are increasing reports about strange and potentially serious side effects.
Liquid Tylenol, Motrin, Benadryl, and Zyrtec. Robert Bazell is NBC's chief science and health correspondent. All right, so Bob, what is behind this recall? And was this something of...
This is an urgent message. If you or a loved one has taken the prescription birth control pill Yaz. Yaz has been widely prescribed for birth control and premenstrual disorders. Medical reports have linked Yaz, also known as Yasmin, to severe cardiac arrhythmia, heart attack, stroke, blood clots, pulmonary embolism, or even death. If you or a loved one has taken Yaz and suffered any of these side effects, you may have a claim.
Call 1-866-LAW-2400.
Not a month goes by when there's not a headline in the newspaper about some prescription drug doing something awful. We found out that Vioxx relieves the pain and stiffness of arthritis by killing you.
As you have heard, the arthritis drug Vioxx was pulled from the market due to the significant increase in strokes and heart attacks among Vioxx users. Questions have been raised about whether the drug manufacturer should have known of these problems earlier. If you or a loved one had a stroke or heart attack after taking Vioxx, Vioxx may be related. Call us for an evaluation.
Attention Hydroxycut users. If you or a loved one has taken Hydroxycut for weight loss and suffered liver damage, seizures, cardiovascular problems, muscle damage, or kidney failure, call Handler, Henning, and Rosenberg at 1-800-LAW-4000 for a free consultation.
Patients given Trazolol experience fewer serious bleeding events. They may also have a greater risk of death than patients taking either of two other antifibrinolytic drugs.
Sales of Trazolol are going to be suspended until FDA can conduct a thorough analysis of the study and gain a better understanding of the risks and benefits of the drug.
I'm Aaron Wansbrough, a partner in the law firm of Ferrer, Pro & Wansbrough. We represent clients who are injured by defective fentanyl pain patches. We want to share what we've learned and assist you with the legal help you may need if you or someone you love has been a victim of a fentanyl pain patch overdose. Please understand, these are not class action cases.
Consumer concerns tonight. The heart drug Digitech is being recalled, and now one Mid-Michigan family is launching an investigation of its own.
Yeah, the recall was a little too late for the family of Lasagna Dent, and they say the drug may be to blame.
TV5's Adrian Broaddus joins us live with the story, all new at 5:30. Adrian.
Here's an alert about a nationwide recall of all heparin and normal saline flushes manufactured by AM2PAT Incorporated. These pre-filled syringes are distributed under two brand names, Sierra Pre-Filled and B. Braun.
Benadryl Allergy Ultra tablets and extra strength Tylenol Rapid Release are now included in this recall. And joining us now from St. Joseph Mercy, Ann Arbor, is pediatrician Dr. Errol.
Caution. Have you or a loved one taken the prescription drug Reglan to treat stomach problems, acid indigestion, or heartburn? Caution. The use of Reglan may be linked to serious side effects, including tardive dyskinesia, tardive dystonia, involuntary arm movements, facial grimacing, or protrusion of the tongue. If you took the prescription drug Reglan and have been diagnosed with tardive dyskinesia, tardive dystonia, or suffered any of these symptoms, you could have a claim to compensation. Call today. Call 800-774-0572.
You see, the government isn't your nanny. They're your dealer. And they subsidize illness in America. They have to. There's too much money in it. You see, there's no money in healthy people. And there's no money in dead people. The money is in the middle. People who are alive, sort of, but with one or more chronic conditions that puts them in need of Celebrex or Nasonex or Valtrex or Lunesta. 50 years ago, children didn't even get type 2 diabetes. Now, it's an emerging epidemic, as are a long list of ailments which used to be rare and have now been, mainstreamed. Things like asthma and autism and acid reflux and arthritis, allergies, adult acne, attention deficit disorder. And that's just the A's.
I seek refuge in the Creator from Satan the accursed. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except the Creator. No man, no woman, no child, no PhD, no senator, no governor, no president, no fraternity, no sorority. Nothing deserves praise except the Creator of the heavens and the earth. I ask God to guide my heart, protect my tongue. Good evening, everyone. It's great to be back in St. Louis. I was a former resident here for 5 years. Seeing some old friends, old faces, and hopefully tonight I'll meet some new ones. I also saw something strange too as I came in, was that they added more hospitals to your residents. I counted 18 hospitals in St. Louis region, which is the highest region for any city in the nation. Guess what they making them for? You? Huh? They're making them for you. Hospitals are business. Huh? If you don't believe me, go in there without your insurance card and tell me what happens to you. Huh? They'll run you right on out of there. Huh? The only purpose I see in ever going to a hospital is for emergency reasons. Huh? Crisis medicine, car accident, gunshot wound, stabs, those types of things, crisis management. But you go in there talking about your kidney, your heart, your lung, your cancer, you kiss them all goodbye. They don't want a cure for nothing. Huh? And they got, matter of fact, I got a $100 bill in my pocket right now. Been carrying it with me for 4 years, ever since I've been lecturing. I want somebody here to tell me, give me one thing that the current medical establishment has cured in the last 100 years. Hmm? I know I will carry this $100 bill to my grave. All those foundations that you see, the American Cancer Society, the Diabetes Association, that association, this foundation, are all scams. Y'all got caught up in it too. Every October, y'all go and get that little stupid pink ribbon and run it around on your cars. Huh? Next time you get that pink ribbon, turn it upside down. Look like a noose. Huh? All that money you get given to those ribbons goes to make more pharmaceutical drugs. If you want to cure breast cancer, then tell the women what they really need to do. Stop wearing them bras with that wiring. Stop wearing deodorant that has aluminum in it. Eating all these different types of creatures now they got. So you don't need to joke FDA, your friends. Now they just approve clone meat for food. Huh? Huh? But you ain't gonna know what it is. It's not gonna label it. Right? It's not gonna label it. You're just gonna go in there, you're gonna grab your little piece of chicken, and you're thinking you're eating chicken, and it's not. That's why KFC changed their name. Huh? Huh? It's KFC. They can't say Kentucky Fried Chicken because it's not chicken. Matter of fact, I got a personal friend who drives trucks. And they carry KFC to the store, you know, drop them off. They got to put on a hazardous waste suit. It's got skull and bones on the box. Huh? The chicken don't even got feathers. Huh? People, I don't care if you got a PPO, an HMO, any other kind of O. You got to take care of your health, yourself. As I said, you can use them for their emergency medicine. Other than that, you got to take care of yourself. Okay? Every single time you go and get one of your little yearly tests, you set yourself up. Those tests are just recruitment scams. Recruitment. And what they instill in you after you go in there is fear. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear means. That's how they got everybody in this matrix. Through fear. That's how they scare y'all every day with Red alert, green alert, red alert. Huh? Bin Laden been dead since 2001. He do not exist.